Hey Tool Nuts, I'm Doug with toolnut.com. Today in this video, we're going to be going over the brand new DeWALT 20 volt max brushless 3x21-inch belt sander. So new to the market, a lot of people have been asking for this one for a while now. This is another great addition to the ever-growing line of 20 volt tools from DeWALT. So you can see here, I had it hooked up to a dust extractor. That's always going to be the best way. You're going to get up to or just over 90% collection of the dust. But let's start off first, as I usually do in all the videos, how this is being sold right now by DeWALT and the Tool Nut. So this is only being sold right now as a bare tool, meaning it does not come with a battery, it does not come with a charger. You'd have to be part of DeWalt's 20 volt platform and have battery and charger to be able to buy this tool. We do have options though on our site for battery and charger. They're called starter kits, where you can get a battery and a charger for a good discounted price to add to this if you wanted to. Out of box though, what you're going to get with this, obviously you're going to get the sander, you're going to get this swivel port, you're going to get the dust bag, and then you're going to get one belt with it. It's an 80 grit belt. Like I stated, it's 3x21. You can use any brand of belt as long as the size is matching, works on this tool. So for the full specs and details, you're going to want to head over to toolnut.com. I'm going to be just going through showing the different features that are on this. We were going to show it used here. Obviously, I already did it with the dust collector. We're going to show you though, with the dust bag, you actually get a good amount of dust collection too. So we're going to do that at the end of the video to show you that as well, because I'm sure people are going to ask for that. So good ergonomics on this, good weight and balance on it. You can see there's a nice remote handle here, gives you added control, especially if you're going to be scribing. That's a really nice feature. You know, sometimes people complain when it comes to the cordless or corded belt sanders, it's too heavy. You want it to have some weight to it. You're really not supposed to be putting a lot of pressure on a belt sander. You want the sander weight to do most of the work. You want to just hold it in place. That's to keep it even for you. So, you know, but again, the weight's not bad. This will work with any 20 volt batteries that DeWALT has. I have a 2 amp hour here. All right. The average or most commonly used battery from DeWALT is going to be a 5 amp hour. Obviously, the runtime will be better. This is all I had kind of laying around the shop here today to grab. So the weight will be less. The runtime will be less with this. 5 amp hour would be a better choice. They have higher amp hour batteries now available on it. It'll just add more weight, but you will get a longer runtime with that. Now, the other thing is you can use flex volt. There's 60 volt batteries on this as well. It's going to be heavier, they're going to be bulkier, but it will work with the tool. But if you want to keep the weight down, get a good runtime, again, I would use a 5 amp hour, suggest starting with that. Again, this is all I had laying around, so it'll work with any of the batteries, all right? Dust collection port here. Again, you're getting the swivel adapter here. This has DeWalt's like quick lock system. Some of their extractors have, it's almost like a ball valve. Or valve on your compressors that work. So it just kind of clicks on and goes in this ring here. So some of their extractors and hoses have that. So it'll click right on for that, which is pretty cool. But most other brands of vacuums will work with this. We checked it with, obviously I was using a Festool extractor there. The 27 millimeter hose will go inside here. 36 millimeter hose will go on the outside, as well as the swivel adapter. And you can see this just really keeps it away so it's not going out straight depending on your situation. That's a nice feature to have. It's the same size port that's there, 27 millimeter on the inside, 36 on the outside. Again, it'll fit DeWALT, most hoses on the market with similar dimensions on that. And then you're getting the dust bag, just unzip it, empty it out. See there, I already got some dust in there. So again, I mentioned brushless motor on that. Brushless motors are going to give you 40 to 50% longer runtime than brushed motors. So that's huge, especially when it comes to machines which are running at higher RPMs for longer periods of time on that. So you have a trigger lock here. You can lock it on. Let's put the battery back on it for a moment here to show that. We're going to get a little bit of dust. And just cycle off to get it. Don't have to use it, but in some applications where you don't want to hold the trigger the whole time, you're going to lock that in. Now, you also have a speed dial here for different RPMs. Go down. Go through it. You can hear the difference here. So between that on your speed dial, there's also a variable speed trigger. And you'll see at the highest RPM, if I pull it, that's your high. But I can kind of cycle through it and do different there. So between the speed dial and the variable speed trigger, you're going to get up to 25 different speeds, really, range. I think they stated in the manual on that. So let's go through, since the battery's still in it, show real quick here. Easy belt change, pretty much like everyone else's. Quick release lever, comes off the side. I'm going to put that back there. Got a rubber drive wheel and your standard front wheel. Pretty much standard to most belt sanders when it comes to that. And then you're going to lock it back in like that. Put the tension back on it. Now, to adjust the belt, we'll do this slowly. Just like most other belt sanders, you have that also. You're going to want to make sure that it's centered. You can see if I go left or right here, you don't want that to happen. You don't want the belt to come off. You're just going to slowly adjust it. You also don't want it too far in. It's going to rub against the housing. You don't want that. You want to get it centered. You can see it's not moving now. So it's a pretty standard feature on most belt sanders. DeWALT's include that as well on that. So very easy to do. Quick, easy belt change. Again, you can use any brand of belt on that as long as it's the correct size. I think the only other thing we got here is the link control. On this tool, this is link compatible with, as long as you have DeWALT vacuums or extractors that have this same feature on it. And basically, if you turn that on the vacuum, the extractor, you connect your hose. As soon as you pull the trigger, it's going to turn the sander on, obviously. It's also going to turn on the vacuum or dust extractor at the same time. Once you let off the trigger, vacuum stays on usually for a couple seconds longer to clear the line and the dust, and then it automatically turns off. So that's another cool feature that they included in this new belt sander. So I believe I've covered all the top stuff for this. And anything else, you know what? Almost forgot. We promised. And we're going to connect it to the dust bag. Thank you, Jack, for reminding me here. But for this and any other products, check them out now at toolnut.com.